Let's go Dolphins! Don't be fooled. What's happening now could define the next 10 years of the franchise. Players are being traded, injuries are piling up, and the front office seems completely lost, trying to put out fires with gasoline. And now, amidst this chaos, the team brings in a name no one expected to fill a crucial gap, Andre Carter II. But wait, this goes far beyond a simple signing. There's more behind it than meets the eye. Before we delve into everything that's happening, I need to ask a favor from one fan to another. Click the like button if you still believe the Miami Dolphins can be a great team again. And comment below, "Go Dolphins! We will still be the best." If you've ever been angry, cheered, and cried with this team, this video is for you. Now, get ready, because what I have to tell you here will completely change your perspective on this season. Alright, let's get into it. The Miami Dolphins made a surprising roster move that has the fan base buzzing and scratching their heads all at once. With Jalen Phillips traded to the Philadelphia Eagles at the deadline, a move that shocked a lot of us, Miami had a glaring hole on the edge. They filled it by signing Andre Carter II to the 53-man roster, poaching him from the Detroit Lions practice squad. Now, this isn't just a desperation move, it's an intriguing one. Carter, a former standout at Army, went undrafted in 2023 but was once seen as one of college football's most dangerous pass rushers. In 2021, he racked up 16.5 sacks, leading all of college football. This isn't just filler depth. This is a potential diamond in the rough. Carter's NFL journey has already been a whirlwind. After initially landing on the Minnesota Vikings 53-man roster as a UDFA in 2023, he bounced to their practice squad in 2024, was signed briefly by the Raiders, and then ended up on Detroit's practice squad before getting his shot in Miami. He's only played in 15 games with almost no real NFL snaps under his belt, aside from a single half sack in his short career, but that college tape doesn't lie. He's explosive off the line, wins with both speed and power, and now joins a Dolphins edge unit that is severely depleted. Let's look at the current depth. Jalen Phillips, gone. Chop Robinson, still in concussion protocol and almost certainly out this Sunday against the Buffalo Bills. That leaves Miami starters as Bradley Chubb and Matthew Judon, both of whom have underperformed this season. And behind them, Cameron Good, maybe Quentin Bell for a temporary call-up, and now Andre Carter. That's not exactly a fearsome lineup when you're facing Josh Allen. Mike McDaniel was clear. There's no timeline yet for Chop Robinson's return. He's still in concussion protocol, and it's looking unlikely that he suits up this week. With Phillips off the roster, Robinson would have seen his snap count skyrocket from 37% to potentially 60 to 70%. But for now, it's up to Chubb, Judon, and some serious praying from Dolphins fans. Now here's the kicker. Bradley Chubb, who was the subject of trade rumors leading up to the deadline, is still on the roster. But let's not get it twisted. He's not part of the future. There's no universe where Chubb is on this team in 2026. He carries a $31 million cap hit next season, and Miami can save $20 million by cutting or trading him post-June 1st. That move is inevitable. The only reason he's still here is because trading Phillips and losing Chubb would leave the Dolphins with an edge group that might be the worst in the entire NFL. No depth, no leadership, no veterans. Say what you will about Chubb's performance, but he's a team captain and one of the few experienced voices left in the locker room. Even still, this season is looking like a wash. The Dolphins sit at 2-7 and would need to win out just to finish 10-7. Let's be honest, that's not happening. So the focus now shifts to the long game. And when you zoom out, the decision to bring in Andre Carter becomes even more interesting. Maybe this isn't about winning now. Maybe it's about identifying future contributors in what's shaping up to be a complete teardown. But don't think Carter's signing is the last move Miami will make. There's already speculation that Quentin Bell will get called up to the active roster too. He still has one elevation available, and with Robinson likely out, Bell could see action as soon as Sunday. After that, if the team doesn't like what they see from Carter, they could easily waive him and plug Bell into the 53-man roster full-time. Defensively, the Dolphins are crumbling. Rasul Douglas and Ifeatu Melifonwu are both dealing with injuries. Ashtyn Davis is banged up. Ali Gay left Thursday's game with a bad ankle. There's no cavalry coming. Even Austin Jackson, James Daniels, Jason Sanders, and Andrew Meyer, all injured since the start of the season, remain out with no return in sight. And really, what's the point of rushing them back? This team isn't going anywhere. Why bring back vets in December just to win meaningless games that hurt your draft position? Because when you look at this move in context, it's not just about Andre Carter. It's about the total unraveling of a once promising Dolphins defensive core. And it's about a front office that clearly doesn't have a cohesive plan. Let's not sugarcoat it. Chris Grier should have been gone already. The writing has been on the wall for years. Draft picks that didn't pan out, contracts that handicap the future, and a carousel of roster moves that show desperation more than direction. The trade of Jalen Phillips was a tipping point. You don't trade your best young pass rusher if you're serious about competing now. You do it if you're already thinking about 2025. And that's the cold reality we're staring at. The signing of Andre Carter is a symptom of a larger issue. This team is scrambling. Yes, he was dominant at Army. Yes, he has raw tools. But let's be honest, no one else in the league was fighting to put him on their active roster. Minnesota cut him. The Raiders let him go. The Lions didn't even bother to activate him for a single game. Now, all of a sudden, he's expected to step in and help slow down Josh Allen? That's not a game plan. That's throwing darts in the dark. And speaking of Josh Allen and the Bills, let's talk about this weekend. Miami's about to walk into a buzzsaw. With Rasul Douglas, Melifonwu, and Ashton Davis all nursing injuries, our secondary is barely hanging on. If Douglas can't go, and let's be real, 2 straight DNPs usually means you're sitting, then this defense is going to be shredded by Buffalo's passing game. Douglas has quietly been one of Miami's best defenders this year. Top 10 in PFF cornerback grades, and if you set the snap minimum to 300, he's top 5. That's elite. Losing him is massive. Combine that with a non-existent pass rush, and you have a recipe for disaster. Bradley Chubb hasn't delivered this season. Matthew Judon is still shaking off rust. Chop Robinson, our one bright spot with potential, is out. That means the Dolphins will be relying on guys like Cameron Good, Quentin Bell, maybe, and a rookie in Andre Carter who's barely played a meaningful NFL snap. That's the reality going into a must-lose game if we're being honest about the long-term picture. Because here's the deal, this isn't just about 1 week. It's about what these next few weeks mean for the franchise. Miami's schedule to close the season is brutal. Bengals, Steelers, Buccaneers, Patriots. You could very easily lose all 4. The only soft games left are Washington, New Orleans, and the Jets, and even those aren't guaranteed. And if you win even one of those, it could ruin your shot at a top 3 draft pick. That's how razor-thin the margin is right now. So let's connect the dots. Andre Carter's signing isn't about 2024. It's about 2025 and beyond. It's about plugging holes and hoping something sticks, because there's no real investment being made into this season anymore. If there were, we'd be seeing actual trades to bring in reinforcements, not practice squad pickups. If this regime believed they could still make a run, they wouldn't have offloaded Jalen Phillips, a cornerstone piece of the defense. Instead, they would have built around him, extended him, made him the face of the future. But they didn't. They shipped him out. And that brings us back to Mike McDaniel. He's a likable guy. He's brought energy and innovation. But he's also presiding over a team that looks increasingly rudderless. If this ends in a 3-14 or 4-13 finish, and let's be honest, it probably will, how do you justify keeping him? Or Tua? Or Greer? This could be the final season for all 3. And in that case, Andre Carter's signing is a perfect metaphor for where we are. A team stuck between rebuild and reality, between past mistakes and uncertain futures. There's also the elephant in the room, quarterback. If this team ends up picking in the top 3, you better believe a new regime will be eyeing the next franchise QB. Whether it's Caleb Williams, Drake May, or someone else, the chance to reset the rookie contract clock is too good to pass up. That's why the Dolphins should be losing games right now, not winning meaningless ones. Not pushing to establish culture when the core of that culture might not even be here next season. It's about getting back to building something real, something sustainable. And look, I get it. Fans want to win. We've been starving for